starts 7 to 9, 2 hours. Barrister Olumide is here already. While David's on his way, standing for him. Because like they say, the program must go on. It looks like a ship. When something is going on, you must make sure the ship keeps on sailing. Isn't it so?
The second pilot, I believe they call that. Good
Right.
morning, everyone. Good morning, Val. Awesome to see you as always. Thank
Good.
you for stepping in.
Pleasure's mine.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you once again for tuning into Relationship 360. I really appreciate you from over here, from all over the world. I think that would be more appropriate because we see that more and more people are tuning in from different countries. Thank you very much. We do not take it for granted. There is something circulating. I think I should talk about that on social media about me. So, I received a lot of calls yesterday, especially from my alumni, my secondary school and university alumni. They started sending me links on Twitter and Facebook. So last week Saturday, I was on my way around 6:30 a.m. And when I got to Eco Hotel roundabout, the Zenith Bank, I call it Zenith Bank Boulevard, there was a G-Wagon that sped straight and instead of turning, crashed into the roundabout.
I saw it.
It climbed the
Pavement.
pavement and was suspended at almost 45 degrees. So people rushed down to help, but because I was late I was running if I were to stop, so we had to quickly get here, but I slowed down. People rushed from all over. I don't know what happened to the people, the driver and the passengers. So I got here. And when I finished the program, I was on my way back to the mainland, and right by that turning off Osborne Road to Ilubiri to begin to ascend that Adeniji Adele to Third Mainland, the car in front of us, I was with my media Oga. Both of us were in the car. The car in front of us just slammed into the culvert again, now turning over, and then it caught fire. So I had to park. I swerved a little to park off the road because people did not stop. And I was on my phone, so I just put on the video, and I was like, let me get my fire extinguisher and all that. So I gave the phone to my media Oga that please record this on video. So the reason I said it should be recorded was that about I don't know if it's 3-4 weeks ago, a gentleman posted on social media, him and his dad were driving down and the father overtook a keke napep. And after overtaking, I think they heard what was an accident. The car behind them ran into the napep. And his dad parked and came out to help those that were in the napep. They were hit by an oncoming vehicle. So while trying to pull them out, the police arrived and then arrested this man who came out to help, that he was the one that hit the napep. Before he could explain, he was taken to the police station and all that. And he was the guy in front. He stopped to help. So I would want to have video evidence just in case anything were to happen. So I can show that, okay, because I was the car right behind. So he recorded that, and I came out with my fire extinguisher, and was until, I approached, everybody was shouting, the car was going to explode, what are you doing, go back. But I went ahead and quickly exterminated the fire, and then people came, boys playing football under the bridge, climbed out, and they pulled out so that video of me pulling out, trying to extinguish the fire, it seems to be now all over social media. And some were like, they were recording and all that. And it was like, that was in case anything were to happen, or being attacked by.
So no one flipped the script.
Yes, so nobody would turn the story around. And then, you know, if these area boys were to come out or something were to happen. Evidence. And then the police drove past. They didn't stop. The FRSC drove past. They didn't stop.
But wait. Did you just say the police?
The police drove past. They didn't stop to
FRSC.
help. Federal Road Safety also drove past. They didn't stop to help. We were the only ones, and then some people came to join. So that video, that is the explanation for that video. And after finishing there, I now got to my area, as Yaba, and along Haba Macaulay, another accident. So I witnessed 3 accidents in 2.5 hours. Please, everyone, kindly, you know, was along, but just before St. Dominic's Church, there was another accident. Very lovely white SUV. And then I think someone had made a call. The fire truck was coming against traffic there. So please, let's drive safe. And please always have your fire extinguishers ready. So I saw that yesterday there were over 90,000 views on Twitter. You know, people just kept sending me messages. That was what happened though. Okay, thank you very much. That is that. We have been talking about the character traits to avoid when considering a choice for a spouse. I had told you that marriage is all about character and not religion and not tribe. Not religion, not tribe. You are not getting married to a religion, you are getting married to the character of the person that you are, you know, character. Some wisest man ever lived, Solomon said, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And the funny thing is the Oxford definition of character is the way a man thinks, feels, and behaves. The same thing with the definition of Solomon some thousands of years ago. So that is what you are getting married to, the way the person thinks, the way the person feels, and the way the person behaves. I mentioned 7 character traits that you cannot marry. That is, people with these traits who you find have these as their predominant character traits. Like when they say, so how is Val? And you say, Val is very hot-tempered. You know, when you can be described with a particular character trait. Oh, how is Moses? Moses is very stingy. How is Oga Sheriff? Oga Sheriff. Is he listening?
I'm sure he's listening.
Say, Oga Sheriff, you know, they forgive, or he will remember that thing. So once you can be described with a particular character trait, then, you know, these are the 7 you must not marry. How did I get 7 character traits? We compiled 20 years of cases of divorces, separations, domestic violence, and abuse. And we found that people married to a certain person with one or a combination of these character traits often had failed marriages. So I compiled 7. It was always these 7, married to someone who is like this. And that is where I got these 7 red flags for you. Today we will talk about the liar. Did I mention the 7? Well, we will talk about the liar. And then maybe I've already given you the 7 character traits. It's good for me to do some okay. The 7 character traits are: number 1, a proud person. Number 2, a stingy or selfish person. Number 3, a jobless or lazy person. Number 4, a liar. Number 5, a hot-tempered. Number 6, the malicious. And number 7, the jealous. So today we have done the proud, the stingy, the malicious. Today we are doing number 4, which is the liar. Now, to understand who a liar is, we must first understand what a lie is. Oxford Dictionary defines a lie as an untrue statement with the intent to deceive. So it is to create a false and misleading impression. So a liar, therefore, is a person who tells lies and intends to cause you to believe in the truth of a statement that he knows to be false. So the liar is intent on deception, causing you to believe what he knows it is a lie. So the first thing about lies is that they are intentional. Every lie is intentional. And the second thing is that the speaker of the lie, that is the liar, knows that it is not true. So therefore, you cannot unknowingly lie. You cannot mistakenly lie. It is an intentionally false statement. Now, synonyms of a liar include cheat, deceiver, and trickster. A Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie. That is, a half-truth is a whole lie. There are no accidental lies. Lies are intentional. The speaker of the lie is aware of the falsehood and cautiously chooses to present it as truth. You cannot lie unknowingly. So the word liar is a noun denoting that it is not just an act but a person. So we have two kinds of liars. You have the pathological liar and the manipulative liar. Now, a pathological liar lies constantly for no particular reason. He's not under pressure or in trouble that he needs a lie to get off. He just lies driven by habit, driven by gain, or by just compulsion. They just lie for no reason. You meet someone, you say, oh, how are you? So, I'm so. Where do you work? And he says, well, I work in
some big company.
Yeah, let me look for which one is. I work in Tesla. You know, which other? Because I work in Shell. They just start. Oh, you know, I'm a contractor. I'm into oil and gas. You know, I'm an importer. They just lie for no reason. You know, we're just looking for. Oh, I work in Nigeria Info. You know, they just lie to make themselves look bigger than they are. The pathological liar lies for no reason. Now, the manipulative liar lies strategically to gain affection, status, or power. The manipulative liar is calculative and deliberate. They lie without remorse. Their lies are tools of manipulation. Stephen King said it perfectly that the trust of the innocent is the liar's most useful tool. For example, Val, maybe I need 5,000 naira from you. And I just said, Val, I beg, you get 5,000 there. But I said, Val, when I was coming, you know, as I turned around that Ozumba and Badiwe, my tire I climbed a nail and, you know, I didn't know that it tore my tire. So as I parked now, I saw that my tire is down. So I went to that vulcanizer. They said they have one Tokumbo spare battery that it is 10,000. I have 5,000. Can you borrow me 5,000 so that I can? They just create, and it is it is beautiful, manipulating. So the thing about the lie is that a lot of people lie about themselves to get into relationships with you. They lie to compensate for what they do not have to make themselves more appealing. They lie about their identity, their family background, their education, their achievements to appear more desirable in relationships or society. Now, it is very important to find out about the person you are dating. check the stories they tell you, especially those who claim to have no friends. You know, there are some people, they say, well, I don't really have friends. A lot of times they are hiding their past and true identity for fear of being exposed, because when you know people who know them, they will tell you, that guy, that babe, that babe, you know. So they keep telling you that, I don't really go out, I don't really have friends. The intention is to deceive, to cause people to believe that you are a good person. Now, liars isolate their partners, so that their illusion, their story remains intact. Shannon Alder said, lies don't end relationships. The truth does. Lies don't end relationships. The truth does. So the essence of a lie is deception, to cause another to believe what is not true. Now, in romantic relationships, these are very, very devastating when you catch your partner in a lie. Now, when you notice someone lies, he lies a lot, that should already tell you that the foundation of your relationship is what? Is fiction, is not real. It was deliberate, intentional, calculated stories to make you fall. And the problem is that a lot of us, when we catch our partners in lies while dating or even in marriage, you hear things like, Val, promise me you will not lie to me again. How can you tell a liar to promise you not to lie again?
It's like you giving the lion a goat to kill.
You tell a fish to promise you will not swim in water again, that you will come to land. A liar is not a switch you turn on or off. A liar is a person who tells lies. And you need to understand, it's not a request to be honored, but a character trait to avoid. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The foundation of every relationship should be trust. And once trust is broken, once trust is lost, all is lost. Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and forever to repair. A liar is who they are. Now, social scientists believe that a pathological liar, that is, pathological liars, those who lie for no reason, is a symptom of a personality disorder, is a symptom of a mental health disease. So you see, liars, for those who tell lies, their doctors say it is a mental disorder, because you are not under any pressure to lie. You just lie. They believe there is what particularly narcissistic, borderline, and antisocial personality disorders. I don't understand how else to tell you. Thomas Jefferson said, he who permits himself to tell a lie once, enthused, will find it much easier to do it a second and a third time. Chronic lying is now regarded as a mental health issue when the truth becomes blurred and reality becomes what? Fiction. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that of all, Christians are the most easy to deceive in relationships? Now, I'm not bashing you, but it is as a result of data. Which other way can you pronounce data? Because most cases of fraudulent marriages that we have found are those married to innocent Christians. That is, people who are just true worshippers. They are more easily deceived, especially in marriages. I would tell you,
Gullible?
Very gullible. So it is very easy to deceive church girls, church boys, church men. They are so easily deceived. Why? Because they are not emotionally intelligent.
Does that have something to do with it, like the doctrine they have?
I shall continue. You are signaling to me how many minutes?
1 minute before we go that break.
Okay. So how do you? I don't like starting something there. You just have to. But this is the fact. You are told as that love believes all things. It is actually in the Bible. Love believes all things. So you meet somebody, they don't investigate, they just pray. They never investigate, they just make it a prayer point. God, is he the one, or should I find another? He has told you all kinds of stories, but you never really investigated.
Well, I mean,
it's-
if you have 1 minute to that break, but I mean, just land on that part.
Yeah, they don't investigate. They don't check out. Oh, I went to this university. You never check out. I'm from this family. You know, they just start saying, he's a good person. Val, don't let me start what will stop me.
All right, I mean, you guys know already where it's heading to. But my question is, anyway, we'll come back with that question.
Oh, yeah.
Very more importantly, Relationship 360 by Solomide has it well packed, so don't even miss anything at all. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, right, get a pen and paper, because you know he has a way of making things happen. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Thank you.
He's in the studio. He was on a thought. I'll let him finish.
Thank you very much. How do I begin? When you look at 1 Corinthians 13:7, it tells you what I was telling, what I mentioned, that love believes all things, but they do not really understand the concept that the same says test all spirits. Let me give an example. My own aunt married a gentleman, very handsome gentleman, who attended the University of Ife. So when I was in UI at that time, University of Ibadan, her younger brother was in Ife as well, and she was getting married to an Ife alumni. So we were called that, Auntie B is getting married, and we all, came, and when he heard I was an alumni of Ife, during the marriage ceremony, he just shouted, "Great Ife." And this man said, "Yeah." So he said, that great Ife, greatest, and he anybody that went to the University of Ife knows that when you say great Ife, the response is great. Great Ife, great. So her brother was wondering that, what is yeah? He was just saying yeah. Eventually, he said, "Auntie, this man no go Ife." My aunt got angry that, "What do you mean? This, that," because he was very tall, he was very handsome, and everybody was like, you hit the jackpot, because my auntie was not really pretty. She's not the most delightsome to behold, and it was after 2 years that she found out that this man did not go to the university. He stopped at SS2. They presented as a graduate, and she married without even checking. The brother said this man did not. Why? Simple, the hail, the chant, great effect. He could not respond great. Now, I would give you another personal example. I have a friend. I have called him I think I called him 4 years ago from this studio. He lived in my house for 5 years. He moved out. Afterwards, he came from Akure, and he stayed with us in our house before, he was able to find his feet in Lagos. So he got married to this lady who he was, and on her 40th birthday, he wanted to do a birthday surprise, a surprise party, like somebody threw a surprise party for me. So he reached out to the wife's friends, office colleagues, her university, secondary school mates that he could find, rented a hotel, the hall, and my brother did everything just to throw a surprise party. So he kept thinking, who is it? When you're planning a coup, you start like, so who is it I haven't called? Who just said, let me call Mama from the village. So he now called his wife's mother, that is the mother-in-law, and said, Mama, you have to come to Lagos, so, I'll send you a ticket, but, you will stay in this hotel and everything. And the mother was tired. She said, she just came back from Omugo, from one of the wives, be her daughter's, his wife's younger sister, that what is going on, that this one traveling from the east again, that what is going on? And he said, Mama, it is your daughter's 40th birthday, and I'm trying to throw her a surprise party. And she said, her 40th birthday. And then she said, who again? And then he said, my wife now, your daughter. And she said, how can the third born be 41 and the first born be 40? And he said, what are you saying? He said, she now told him, whose 40th birthday? That the third born is 41. How can the firstborn now be 40? It was that day he found out that his wife was 5 years older than him. He was just confused because her passport showed 40, her driver's license showed 40. She reduced and after a while, when he couldn't hold it, some days after, he just went to confront her and said, come, how old are you? And she said, what kind of question is that? He said, because you are not 40. You are 46. She kept quiet and then got up and said, okay, and so? And he said, why did you have to lie to me about your age? Because he thought he was 2 years older, a year and a half older than she was. Apparently, she knew that if he knew her age, he would not have married her. And that was how he found the marriage is over right now. That and several other things. But he married a lie. How do you marry someone and you don't even know the age? There are several stories. There was another lady who came to me. She was dating this guy for some time, loved this guy. And then one day, a gentleman with an SUV came, and we called the guy SUV. And, started showing interest, would come. He appeared bigger than her boyfriend, the one she had dated for about 3 years. And, take her out. Then one day, she went to his house, a very big house, a duplex with BQ and all that. And eventually she left her boyfriend for this guy. They got married. And everything was okay. But what happened was one day, he just called her and said that they will have to be moved to the BQ because her uncle is coming into town from the US. And whenever he travels, the uncle always gives him, the house abroad and everything. So, he wants to do the same for him because this man really takes care of him outside the country, that you would even think this. So eventually, the wife was like, we have guest rooms now, but the man insisted. So they went to the BQ, and the uncle came, and then after a while, the uncle would just go out, he would watch the car, the uncle would drive out, and the wife was wondering that why, because she would want to go out, but uncle has taken the car. The uncle has to also know that, she has to go out, she has to go to the market and all that. And he was like, no, let uncle just use the car. He's here for just a few. She didn't like it. So one Saturday like that, she just angrily took the car out, went to the market, bought a lot of stuff, did the general shopping, and then came back. The car was dirty, and the uncle came out, he wanted to go out, and he didn't see the car. And he was like, what happened? When she came back, she saw her husband standing outside and saying, why did she take the car? This, that. At the end of the day, the girl found out that the house belonged to the uncle. The uncle had relocated abroad, and this, her husband, was the caretaker. He showed himself to own the house, but it was the uncle's house, the uncle's car, everything. And, meanwhile, she had another guy who was up and coming. He had his own place, but not as big as this guy. But she followed the lie that this guy presented. She already had a child, and it was just like she married an entire lie. The guy really had nothing, but you know, was the house, the car was his portfolio that did not belong to him. Several stories that I can keep telling you. The woman who married another gentleman that said, you know, she married an engineer only 5 years later to find out that he did not even go to the university. Engineer that they called him was because he owned an electrical store, bishop. And you know, everybody would call him engineer. That's why she thought she was getting married to an engineer. He said he was an engineer, he studied electrical engineering. It was all a lie. 5 years after marriage was when she found out. But why is it that we believe then a particular section of us, which statistics show that Christians are more easily deceived than any other? Because when they are in either a divorce clinic or in issues, you will hear the man keep saying, they didn't know this, they didn't know that, she said this, he said that. They're always not knowing, only finding out after marriage that this is the issue. I'm in a case now where they've been married for 7 years, and it is now that the husband just found out that the niece that has been living with them is actually the wife's daughter, and that she actually has 2 children. Never found out because they met in church. She was, you know, a worker in church, and you see, they don't just they don't interrogate, investigate. Let me not say interrogate. Investigate. You must ask questions. You don't just follow everything that you are told. You must date. You must get to know each other. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but marrying a lie. It is imperative. You cannot walk into marriage with your eyes closed. You must ask questions, confirm stories, meet friends and family. Those ones that say, oh, it's me and my boyfriend. You don't want anybody. You say, no, it's just the 2 of us alone. You have to meet his friends. You have to know his family. You have to visit his workplace. Visit her in the workplace. Don't just be like it is on the surface. You have to know. You cannot marry without confirming facts about your partner. Every information must be logical. The ones that even baffle me, you know, now I have told, when you want to, you know, some people say, oh, we are Christians, there is no sex before marriage. That one is your problem. I don't preach sex. I don't preach no sex. That one is your own belief. However, don't come to me with this. Let me give you what happened some years ago. They had this kind of Christian, I will use Christian, whether you like it or not. But this thing that they stayed apart, they never really could go out together, but you know, after they got married, on the honeymoon, they were now supposed to, first time, having sexual intercourse. When they both got to the nitty-gritty, the gentleman, who was a breast man because he liked the fact that when she took off the bra, found out that it was padding. She wasn't as busty as he thought. And that became a problem, because this is what he liked. And it was like, so when he came and he was telling me, it didn't make sense. He said, she doesn't have bra. I said, didn't you see it before you? He said, actually, you know, I saw it, she had, but then when we married, she didn't have. I said, what are you talking about? You didn't go out. He said, you know, there's no intercourse before. I said, so you didn't like take her swimming to confirm everything? You say you can't. You know, there are things you do. You will go swimming to see everything, so that you will have an idea if it is real or science fiction. So when they come to me with that, I really can't help you. You can't pay for consultation and be coming to tell me what you should know. You understand what I'm saying? The fastest one that came to me was the marriage ended 48 hours. 48 hours. That was 2 days. Guess why? Because he had never seen her without makeup until after marriage.
How do people get
She was always in makeup. So that honeymoon, when they all woke up, after Gbogbo and the Gbogbo, was the first time he saw her without makeup. He freaked out. He freaked out. And I said, how is it that he said, because she's always in makeup, you like, what do you call it? He said, even if you come 6 o'clock, she's already made up in the morning. She's, she was always beautiful.
So she never slept
So
over.
he never saw her without. I said, you see, there are some times when you just have to go to the river before. Don't say anything. So let me just end here. When you notice someone lies, some lies are implied, some are overt, some are covert. That is the covert ones are like people that always pad up
Like
with things.
saying-
Then you now see that this
You
is
never
not,
asked me, so I
Yeah,
never said.
and it goes for men too, but let me not even talk about that. Verify information, confirm facts before you marry. Confirm. Don't just believe stories. Oh, my father is this, my father was that. Oh, I had to. Some people, there was a gentleman who said he was a businessman. He brought in some, and his container. They really collected money, so he's just waiting for his business to shake in, and he wanted to marry her quickly. So he borrowed money from her to marry her. Do you understand that? Okay, when my business,
Picks up.
the Kiniko is coming into the country, that he will be able to, show her some shipping, he was just like, she was in love. He was but he didn't have, said that his business took her, showed her 1 or 2 papers that, everything. He had to even borrow money to bring in the this and that. So she borrowed him money to pay the bride price. She borrowed him the money to do the party. That's wedding reception. And I asked her, were you running somewhere? As in, was the marriage like, did you have to marry now? Why didn't you just give it time to see his financial? He said it is coming. Then why didn't you wait for him to come? She had been funding the house she just couldn't fund it anymore. This phantom cargo that is coming that has never come. You need to just verify stories. You don't rush. And one thing about liars is that they love bomb. They make you do it quickly. Let's just quickly get married. Let us just quickly do this. Because, lies. You have to do it quickly before you are caught. Let me stop here. David, back to the phone lines there.
We never did before. 0201 2770993 0201 465 7190 and of course 0809 597 5805. Ladies and gentlemen, you can call in now. I do know that we have messages. Yes, they are blowing. Oh, okay. I got that audio. Good morning. Oh, okay, this is not for us. Sending messages with regard to football. Hello? Oh, okay. Hello? Oh, you left before coming. 0201 277 0993 0201 465 7190. Let's see if that goes. Okay, that's. Hello? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, sir. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, yes, my name is Church Boy. I'm calling from Oregon.
Church boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From Oregon, sir.
All right, go ahead, Church.
Yeah, sir. That's it. I have been listening to everything that you have been saying in the studio, and I have learned a lot. I have come to realize that, in everything that somebody is doing in this life, that you should always be truthful. You understand? Even when it is very hard for you to say, just be truthful. Whether the person stay or the person left. So the most important thing is that you are real and that you are truth, with what you are saying. And also, the one that loves you, that is the one that loves all those things that you're saying, that is the one that, someone that can accommodate it, must surely come one day. So that is what I just want to say in all these things. So thank you so much. That's what I just want to get.
Thank you very much. I really struggle to understand, but thank you for calling. I didn't get that. Okay, go ahead.
Happens to the best of us. Hello?
Hello, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Nigeria Info here. Good morning. Turn off your radio.
Good morning. I'd walked away from it.
Okay.
All right. This is Shem Shagu. I'm calling from Abeokuta.
All right, sir.
It's a quick one. I just want to quickly confirm what the barrister said. I had an experience based on what you said. Yeah, married. She's a prayer warrior. She's this, she's that. Only for us to get married and everything quickly.
She made you marry quickly, like Majekokwe.
It was even the pastor that introduced her to me. That was, I know that does not allow it to go wrong, and we did everything. And by the time we got married, when I even be praying and I will even be singing praise worship, the prayer warrior is already sleeping and snoring. And I tell you, the first 3 years. Now when I was like, now okay, fine, we didn't call, okay, courtship in marriage. Then I started saying certain things. I took it for 3 years. And after that I stood my ground. And the pastor went on for 5 years. My brother, I didn't really bother.
Wow.
I went through it. I experienced it.
Can you just give me one of the lies, apart from that she's a prayer warrior? You know that...
Later I discovered she had a daughter that was about 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Before the marriage.
And you did not know?
Yes. You see, fine, I thank God because I was strong.
Wait, did the pastor know? The pastor that introduced you?
I don't think he knows.
See, that's the problem with all this introduction. That's why I don't do that. The pastor may have good intentions, but the person will not even open up to the pastor and tell the pastor the truth.
It is like wearing a masquerade gown.
So how is the marriage now?
My brother, she moved out herself December 23 last year. December 23 last year became a year.
Wow.
She moved on by herself.
She moved on by. How many children do you have?
No kids.
How
long were you guys together?
I said something that the first 3 years I was taking it. By the time I discovered in full, I also transformed
into Voltron.
And she couldn't stand me.
Wow.
It got to a point. She did something wrong. I scolded her just with words, and she didn't cook for me. And I was like seriously?
Okay.
Boy. Me too now stopped eating her food. By the time the house became uncomfortable for her, she packed her things and she left.
So what's your status now? Are you...
My brother, I'm still singular.
You are singular, you are not plural.
I am singular, very, very singular. I should enjoying peacefully singular.
I can understand. It's just
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
The FIFA World.
That messages are coming in. This guy says his name is Adi from Ikorodu. He says a girl lied to me that she lost her dad when she was 16. She told me the story of his death 3 times without missing a beat. Yes.
Wait.
That's you.
3 different times she told him that her father died.
Yes.
3
and the
different
story...
dates.
No. Hear it again. She told me the story of his death 3 different times without missing a beat.
Oh, she was that good.
She was that good. Very accurate. A few years into the relationship, she calls me one morning crying that she just lost her dad. I just kept mute. She apologized when I confronted her, but there is no way I can give her a real platform of expressing.
You use your father's death. This people.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Your father,
Shame on you
your
still.
It's just like Fela, who died like twice before he finally died. People will say he's dead. People. So, you know this song by Mark Morrison, "You Lied to Me." I think we're going to play it for.
Okay, fire that up.
Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, let's go to the neck. It should be the soundtrack for.
Yeah, Good morning, Barrister. In my own case, we met at Christmas. She lives in Port Harcourt, while I live in Lagos. So she came to visit me. I took her to my sister's house to show her my siblings. So my sister asked me if I confirmed her genotype because I am AS, and I told my sister that the lady says she's AA. My sister said we should escort her to her laboratory because she's a lab scientist. So there, we had a lab test, and the results confirmed that she was 3 months pregnant. That's one. That's one. And she's also AS. She wants to put the pregnancy on me. Chief from Festac.
Put it on me. There are so many songs for all these.
You keep coming up with these songs after 0201-277.
What?
0993.
Do you know that has happened to me twice?
Somebody trying to put a pregnancy on you.
Pregnancy.
Wow.
The second one, nothing even happened. I just, you talk to a lady and she tells you she's. Jesus.
Wait, tell me about it.
No, let's go to different. I don't want to go there again.
You don't want to go. The memories.
Not today.
It's not great.
Not today. Somebody on the line.
There's a caller on the line. Let's take it. Hello? Hello? Took your call. Didn't hear anything. Let's see. Hello? Oh, I see the problem we're talking about now. You guys, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna find.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, David. This is Romeo from Seoul. Good morning, Barrister.
Wow. You have a romantic name.
I will sue Barrister for abandonment. I've obeyed his law and I've not called for the whole of this year. So happy birthday, happy New Year. Wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you very much, Romeo. You have
Barrister,
something for
I
me.
think yes, sir. So I think you should also speak to us about context. Like what I mean about context, like I was in an argument with one of my aunts yesterday. I was telling her, like, for example, India, Philippines, and Malta have the lowest rate of divorce. But when you look deeper, they are not divorcing not because they are happy. They are staying together because the society intentionally makes it very hard to divorce. Meanwhile, Sweden, I think Netherlands and Denmark, high to medium divorce rates, but people are happier. So I think what you are trying to tell people is that you need to marry based on data. So you are not deceived based on technicality.
Wow.
Do you have taken
example,
it
sorry,
to...
somebody is cooking.
If I want to marry now and the babe asks me for my credentials and I tell her the matter is in court, is it a lie?
What matter is in court? Your credentials is in court.
He did his thing and then scrammed. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190, and 0809-597-5805. Let's see if this works again. Hallelujah.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Barrister.
Good morning.
Thank God.
You have a
This is
minute.
Vicky from VI, sir.
Vicky, how are Vicky?
Fine. David, you like all the gist?
Yes, I
don't
do.
tell him anything.
I do.
Okay.
Barrister, I have a
Yes.
question.
Sure.
The relationship I walked away from, I was asking, according to everything you said this morning, I said, should I have pressured him for him to introduce me to his people?
How long have you been in the relationship?
5 months, sir, just 5 months.
And in the 5 months, how much do you know about him that you want to meet his family? It is when you are sure of a person's character that you proceed to family. How many families will you be greeting? You met this one, you went to meet the family, it didn't work out, then you met another one. You become the family planner, you understand? It is when you are sure that this is the person, then if you met his family, then he too will have to meet your family. So you would end up bringing how many men to visit your family before you finally find the one? Won't they be tired? My daughter can't be bringing multiple choice to me.
That's what I'm trying to avoid,
Like this
sir.
is multi-choice or something. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. You have to get to a level in the relationship that you are sure that yes, then you can now expand to meet the parents.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
That's Olumide. Good morning. God bless you.
Amen. You too, sir.
Yeah. You see, this thing you are telling us and the people in the world is the truth and nothing but the truth. You see, like us, I am a believer and I am ready to die for the Lord. But this thing you are saying is it has destroyed a lot of Christians. There is one that all of us were in the same church before. The man had syphilis, but this brother, they got married. Before you know it, he has put that lady for the past 15 years. Now, no child knows it. The man has gone back to his country, where he's a Ghanaian.
Syphilis.
And the lady is here frustrated. Yeah, syphilis. And they did not discover, and I didn't tell the lady that this is what I have. And now it has brought problem upon the guy. He has gone back to his country and so on. And so when you keep on mentioning Christian, they thought maybe you are no. They are Christians are the most gullible people in this matter. All in the name of brother, all in the name of sister. And when they got in, they began to see the other side of life. I pray that God will give them wisdom to understand what you are telling us. God bless you.
Amen. I
Right.
really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. More calls. Okay, there's a lot on that line.
Please.
Hello?
Yeah, let's go. Let's quickly go. Please, a minute if we can. Please just go ahead so that we can. Go ahead. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Lagos. I just want to say thank you for all you've been saying and all you've been telling us. You know, you mentioned 7 characters of the things that we need to look out for a spouse, and then currently I'm actually facing the 7 character at the moment.
Come again.
I
You are what? The 7 character traits?
Okay, the 7 character traits that you mentioned as regards looking out for a partner.
Yes.
I'm actually experiencing the 7 character at the moment.
In one person.
In one person, yes, at the moment. Even as a matter of fact, at some point we kept Malik for like 3 months.
Wait, let me stand up. Check in.
Barrister, I am not exaggerating. I don't even mind coming to see you personally.
The 7 character traits in one person.
Yes.
Even God is 3 in 1, not 7 in 1. This was 7.
I am telling you the truth that I have people who know this character, and they are even telling me to walk out of the marriage. I just got married. My marriage is less than 2 years. As a matter of fact, my uncle.
Oh, you are still married to the person?
I'm still married to the person. I don't know. Okay, I actually told the person I want to go out, but he's saying that he goes nowhere. Like he goes nowhere. He will die in this marriage, and I'm ready to leave.
So when you are ready to leave, what is? Wait, he has the 7.
Yes.
Wait, hold on, please, hold on.
I didn't know. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see all of this things.
He said he has the 7 character traits.
Just calm down, as we are all confused here. You hold on, ma. How long did you date him?
Okay, so we dated we really didn't date. It was like a friendship dating. So I didn't really know him that much.
So wait, how did it work? You people were friends and then
you are stuttering. Just let me. You are stuttering. So you did not really date. You did not really know him.
We were friends, and I knew him.
Friendship is not dating now. Do you know that there's a difference between
so
friendship
what
and
I'm
dating?
trying to say is that he It made me know what I want to know. Let me use that word.
But there are things that you cannot hide. Number one is pride. A proud person, pride is too proud to hide. Is the first thing you notice about a person.
I actually did. I noticed that.
That he was a proud person.
Yes, I did.
Number two that you
I
cannot miss is a jealous person.
I did. Actually.
Okay,
I
so
did.
how long have you been listening to my program?
I started listening to your program beginning of this year.
Wait, he's also hot-tempered.
Very, very.
How
Very.
Was that? How many people were asking you out? How many relationships have you been, please?
But I've been to, my relationship, maybe like 2-3 relationships before I got married to him.
While you were dating him, was he the only one asking you out?
No.
So
No.
how did you?
What made you choose him?
How in all of this, how was it him that
Okay.
you chose?
I'm listening to you, sir.
How was it in all the options you had that he was the most appealing to you?
Okay, I actually don't know. I'll just say that I made a mistake. This was the first mistake I'll ever make in my life, and I don't know how I got into this mistake.
Okay, but let us
don't know.
talk about how you will leave the mistake now. So you say you want to go. Is there something holding you back?
Okay, I spoke to my family. My family actually said they've spoken to him that they need to return the bride price and then allow her to go.
What do
When
you mean
spoken-
allow her to go? What do you mean allow? Does it tie you down?
She's no longer alive.
Please get me the number. Let me call.
I can't call.
Give
Dude.
me the number. Give me the
I
number.
didn't pick up her number. Maybe call back, miss, or send your number to our WhatsApp, or send. I don't know. Call our WhatsApp line.
Let me have the number.
080. No, I did not know there was going to be fire like this now. 080.
What do they mean by allow her to go? Is she being tied down? Is it that she can't go out? She
I
doesn't.
mean, with traditional marriages, if you return the bride price,
You don't even have to be in the house, the same house, to return the bride
You
price.
don't return the bride
We did
price,
one ridiculous guy that the bride price was 100 naira. We couldn't even transfer it because the bank charges alone. Yeah, you would take 50 naira on top of and they were shouting, they were making noise. I thought this was very. How do you mean allow her to go? As in, he will hold you down in the house? Some families safe, the way they are talking.
Hello.
Hello, Barrister. Good
morning. Good morning.
David, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Godman. Barrister, there's something I want to highlight, please. I think many people get into problem because they have sex together before marriage. Because that thing blinds people from seeing the real person.
No, that is not true. That is not true.
You know why I think so, sir? Because
Go ahead.
if you a lot of ladies when that happens, they become so attached to the person. So all that character sometimes they don't see all that until when they get married, and then they start seeing all these things. So it's better people just keep pure, so you don't get attached sexually before it blinds them from seeing the real person.
Thank you. I think you are a very pure guy. I think that yes, you are morally all right. You have good intentions, but that is very wrong. Now, women actually get more sexually active before men. Women mature before men. And then women are smarter emotionally because the front side, it's called the hippocampus of the brain. That is the area of the brain that controls consequence, is quickly, faster developed in women than men. That is why, women tend not to have as much accidents as men in their youth. So there is this false doctrine that if you sleep with a person you become emotional. No way, it doesn't. In fact, it doesn't even matter.
I'm sure you don't advocate people sleeping together before marriage.
Ogami, I had sex before marriage. Forget.
But you sin. It's wrong.
You thought you had an ally.
Ogami.
It's
fornication.
Listen.
There's nothing you want to say about this.
Yeah, are you my God? Listen, are you my God? Are you the one that will judge me? No, listen to me. Are you the one that will judge me? So I will not come here to lie to you. You are not the one that will judge me. The person that will judge me says that he has forget. Do you, excuse me, sir? Do you lie? Do you lie? Hold on. Do you lie? Do you lie? Do you lie? Yes or no? Do you lie?
No, I don't lie anymore.
So this year, have you lied? Hold on. No, hold on. This year, have you lied? Have you lied this year? So you have sinned. You are also a sinner. Listen, you are also a sinner.
If I make a mistake in lying, because sometimes you can just
so you can repent.
We even know.
Hold on. So you can repent and I cannot repent. It is okay for you to lie. No, if
it's wrong to fornicate.
It is wrong. It is wrong for you to lie, Oga. Oga, it is wrong. You see, that is the problem. You don't want to admit that you are a sinner. You don't want to admit that you lie. But you can point at another person. You can point at another person and tell the person that there is. What about you? The Bible says there is. Hold on. The Bible says.
And God has forgiven me, and I'm not living in that sin anymore.
Oh, so you think that you are saved by your own righteousness? The Bible says your righteousness is like filthy rags before. Please move on, sir. And who told you I haven't? Who told you I haven't repented? Who told you I have not repented? Who told you I have not repented? So don't come and say somebody sinned when you are also a sinner. I'm sure you sinned this month. I'm sure that you have sinned in the last week. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Let us stop deceiving and lying, okay?
I really want to interrogate this. I'm being genuinely curious. Does it really say in the Bible not to have
Hold on. You see, this is a problem. And I will tell you where, you see, the Bible tells you that your righteousness are like filthy rags. They say he that is guilty of one is guilty of all. You cannot cherry pick your sin and say, well, my sin is not as big as his sin. The first person to enter heaven was a murderer. Do you understand? Through Christ, the thief that died on the cross. Do you understand? He did not say a sinner's prayer, but he just said, remember me in your kingdom. Jesus said, today you will be with me in heaven. Let people not start pointing. Look at someone calling me and saying he's not a sinner. Someone that most likely sinned yesterday. We are not saved by works, lest any man should boast. It is the grace of God. It is the grace of God. And I purposely said this because this will lead me to my next topic. When people come here and glorifying their righteousness. Somebody married a prayer warrior and at the end of the day found out that she couldn't even pray. It is never by works. And that is why you will never see me whenever you want to talk about sex, lying, stealing. I don't talk as if I'm righteous. I just advise you. Of all, I can't even tell you, I was almost 30 before the first time I had sexual intercourse, and I was raped. By rape, it wasn't that they beat me up. She held me. It was a tussle.
Why?
Because she just couldn't believe that. You say that I'm in a relation. You have not touched me. So she came that I was not even. It was very serious.
How?
So hold on. She very serious. Don't say how. Men are raped.
No. I'm not going there. What I was saying. How did the relationship progress afterwards? I'm not.
I kept quiet now.
You carried on.
I carried on, but it didn't. I was barely out of the. I was out of the university.
In your mind, you were out.
No, in the university, I think I was in my final year, about to graduate or something.
You continued dating her.
It didn't really work. When you say you continue dating her, if somebody pressures you for sex, and you say, oh, because they pressured you for sex or because you had sexual intercourse, you will break up. That's not the issue. It's not as if she. But I want to address these self-righteous people that come and say, "Oh, it is a sin. I'm not a sinner. I am saved. I am." You think that it is your blood that is taking you to heaven?
I was going to take a call, but then I now realized that we are very close to a break. Let me take this message.
Yeah,
Good morning, Barrister. Some of these men and women who use charm and other mysterious powers to induce and manipulate their prospective spouses, hence they find themselves with incompatible partners, Fidelis Amechi from Ojo, Lagos.
The way they use, listen, let us stop blaming spiritual or supernatural things. As I got married, I was charmed. No, let's go for a break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going for a break. Do not go anywhere. Relationship 360 is in tow, and we will be back. When we're back, we'll take more calls, and then we round up. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. More messages. This person says, hello, David. Oh, okay. I think this is bank rubbish. It says, hello, David. We are not saved by works, but by grace. So do we continue to abide in sin because grace abounds? I know, Barrister. Okay.
Hello?
I know, but the Barrister advocates self-discipline and what is right.
Hold on. Fantastic. I'm married to my wife. And secondly, the person talking asked if he's a virgin, if he has ever. So the issue is, the main issue of the show, say no to domestic violence and abuse and child sexual abuse. The main topic of the show, don't make mistakes in your marital choices. Sure. I married right. I have a fantastic wife. But when you now want to bring, you are sinless, stainless. That one is your problem. It's because you're a Christian. What if I'm not a Christian? If I'm a traditionalist? What if... Just let every man work out his salvation by themselves. You cannot and never tell me, a full-grown man, how to do my relationships, or what to do, or how your religion tells me what to do. And this is the problem we have.
Right. Okay. Hello? Let's not do that again. You call. We'll take more female calls, please. You guys, I see you guys are blowing up the phone lines. When Barrister Olumide was talking, then there was a lot of fire. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Barrister, my name is Tony.
Good morning.
Hi, Tony. Welcome, Tony.
Yes, you did a disclaimer that your program is never a religious program, it's not a church program. I think those that claims, hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. Those that say they are sinless or sinless, they should prove that in the churches, not in a program like this. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Even when someone calls and starts talking about sin, I don't understand. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony. Let's move on. Liars, those that lie. You know, when they're on the right topic, you understand?
Hello? Turn off your radio.
Good morning. I know. Madam Oboli.
Sir.
Hey, Carol. Good morning. How are you?
Reporting for duty, fine, sir. Barrister.
Yes.
You see, I love the fact that you said this is not a religious program, and you've always put it out there. But there's some people that are listening to you for the first time, and they want clarification. We Kukuma know what obtains, and we know how to navigate a couple of things because we seated under your teachings. Barrister, remember the last time I was at the Purple Curtain, I raised this issue of sex and how people have linked your discourses with promiscuity, and that has never been your intention, because I've heard you preach about, celibacy, how you keep yourself, you don't just frolic around, but you took time to explain to the listening audience on that day, Barrister, that wasn't your aim. But there's a backup even by law that at the point of knowing that this was who you were going to settle down with or do life with, you can go ahead to accepting the person sexually. So people are hermaphrodites. And at the end of the day, you discover that you have been tied to the wrong person. I want you to please, for those listening audience, can you please bring this to the fore? Because honestly, we know our righteousness are like filthy rags before God. But our self-righteousness can never ever take us to heaven. But for those listening audience who are saying this is who you are, can you please just take 1 minute to explain your position about things and what the law says regarding sexual activity?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Oboli. This is taking me off beat.
I don't know if it's wise.
I don't think I would go into that. You understand? What I know the Bible once again is sexual immorality, and that is just sleeping around with multiple people. The conclusion of my story is that the moment you know for a fact that yes, this is the woman I want to marry, and the woman also has said this is the man, you have skipped all, you have checked all, and then this is the woman, and both of you know that not that you start a relation, you start toasting, then you start sleeping ahead. That's not what I advocate. It is at the end, the last thing you must fact check that I believe you should is sexuality. But that is me. You can do whatever you like. That is not definitely, you know, that does not guarantee either your marriage is good or marriage is bad, because the statistics are here. 87% of separations, divorces, domestic violence and abuse are from Christians in marriage. So I think that, like I said, you are not going to get married to a religion, you are getting married to the character of the person. So if those so-called unbelievers have more stable marriages, then it means that probably we might be doing something wrong, and that is, as Christians, we are giving priority to the wrong thing. So I would just move that aside and continue with the program. Thank you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Doctor. Good morning.
Hello.
My name is Bisi, calling from Mageja.
Yes, ma'am.
First, allow me that I give you kudos, sir. Wait on for your good work.
Thank you.
For example, I'm a single lady, but there is one example that he gave to me the day I called her. I told her I was 40, that is 40 years. You know, told me that I should not rush into marriage or into very serious relationship that doesn't have a standard. And I thank God I listened to what you're telling me. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your work.
Thank you very much for reaching out. I told you I got married at 42, and my wife I married my wife, she was 41. So it's like when you are getting 35, people start putting fire on your head as if, you are not complete. You must have a problem because you are not married. Go ahead.
More calls. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can hear you. What's your name?
Yes, I called earlier from Abeokuta. Please, barrister.
Yes.
Please, barrister. I just want you to know that this guy has thrown us off course.
Yes, absolutely, of course. Absolutely.
Now, there is one thing I want to throw in based on this sexual thing. I know a lady, Christian. We dated. I won't lie to you. We had sex. Everything was good, but later the mom came, blah, blah, blah. They brought in another guy, she got married to him. The first time we spoke after her marriage, you know, the first thing she told me, it pains me to say this on air, but I hope people will learn from it. She said, and I quote, "He is not like you in bed." And that marriage did not last 2 years.
Oh, yes.
Sexual satisfaction.
Yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sexual satisfaction.
It is very complex. That's why I call it.
And these are discussions that even married spouse, mostly in Christendom, do not say out. But it eats the fabric of the marriage and gradually kills the marriage.
Everybody wants to look like a saint now.
Let us learn.
Hey, Sheikh, thank you very much, sir. Everybody wants to look like a saint now. Let everybody wants to look. They will not have it. Everybody wants to look like a saint now. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead.
This is Clement from Igugu.
Yes, sir.
Barrister, you are doing a serious work.
Thank you, sir.
We are enjoying it.
Thank you, sir.
And at the same time, I want to say something. So that God has given you the grace to be in this position. And I believe God is giving you wisdom to do it. So, a situation whereby you don't do what will attract the reward at the end of the day does not mean you are successful. So when you are talking, you say, if a lady comes to you and say that she was raped in a relationship, will you allow her, advise her to continue? Because I know you will say,
if a lady was raped in her relationship by her lover,
yes, will you advise her to continue in that relationship? Because I think you will advise her that that's what the guy is looking out for, you run. Or what would be a reaction?
now when you say you were raped by your lover, that is another kettle of fish, because you are romantically involved. But if you believe it was sexual assault, that is, when you are talking about, I want to correct what I said about rape. When I said I was raped, I meant it was forceful. Grabbed me by the shirt and, locked the door and said, Olumide, today, I want to know whether, she said she wanted to know whether I was gay, whether I was a homosexual.
Oh,
How
that
can
was-
I have a woman as beautiful as this? And I will not touch her. I
So
will
she
not
was that
even-
fine?
So she was, she was. And so she was like, she wants to know if I am gay that day, or if, are you attracted to men? So that one is different. You're now for rape, where you hold someone, beat them, tie them, and do that. If that was their own, then I would tell you to leave. If it was violent, do you understand? Aha.
Yes.
So it's totally, if the person was violently raped, then please, I think you should take that as a warning.
Then whatever you say, like having sex before marriage.
Okay, please let us move. Please let us move away from that. Please, let's just don't come and be calling me with that. I opened the door because I said that. You understand? I opened the door, but let me close the door. We move straight to the topic of the day.
People want to ask you now, but to what Miss Soboli sing, or what she said, and with what you implied, the simple question to answer to that is just, my people perish because they lack knowledge. You see, but I just saw the Bible said we lack knowledge. Because just like what you said, you cannot be telling me, unlike my story, I dated a lady that I know she was a banker, and I'm not in any way a class. She was 42 then, almost of the same age, but at least months ahead of her. And I asked her, what did your mommy said? She said her mommy said, if this guy wants to marry you, marry her. And with just like what you said, I know I'm lying to her. Today, Pastor Orimide, I'm glad that I did not disrupt her way. I did not. Because if eventually she sees it that this is not what this guy is preaching to me, how will I feel? So just like what you said, people should try and investigate. I thank God I married someone in which God wants me to marry. Because as a youth growing up, I would have somebody that I didn't even love would have a child for me. But thank God for the fact that I didn't want to break.
We thank God. We thank God. So I opened the door. Now I'm shutting the door. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to yes, I opened the door. I knew when I said it. Let people stop doing this self-righteous thing, telling me there you sin. That one is their problem. Follow your heart. Don't follow your heart. Simple. I give you advice. It's up to you to take it or to don't start. I want to thank everyone for listening. We've come to the end, a bit rather derailed. I will continue with this live so that, because a lot of people are calling with serious questions, But some people, I think the people that got through were the religious ones. I want to thank the Nigerian Bar Association, Ikorodu branch. I was, I don't know, sorry, please give me a second. I was given an award some days ago by the Nigerian Bar Association, Ikorodu branch, in recognition of your wavering support, partnership, and commitment to advancing human rights, community development, and access to justice in collaboration with the Human Rights Committee NBA Ikorodu branch. I want to appreciate you for this award. God bless you. Tomorrow I will be in Abeokuta, the African Church Cathedral of St. James, Idiakwe, at 10 a.m. I will be speaking there in Abeokuta. So for those of you who may be listening from Abeokuta, you can meet me there in person. Next Saturday is the Purple Curtain at number 14, Ogunlano Drive, Surulere, from 12 to 3. I told you every third Saturday of every month, you would find me at this program, the Purple Curtain, 12 to 3 p.m. That is the only place you would get me to answer your questions free of charge. I will be there. Those of you going through abuse, those of you who are considering a choice for a spouse, those of you who, everybody, it's open to everybody. It's always a very big event. In fact, we had the record-setting crowd the last time. However, that Saturday is going to be one of the craziest Saturdays for me, because next Saturday morning, I will be at Relationship 360 with you, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. By 9:30 a.m., I will be at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Victory Chapel, Magodo, Region 59 headquarters, for a special men-only interactive session. And I would now be back for the Purple Curtain the same day at 12 to 3. And then I will be speaking again at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Victory Chapel's Couples Dinner at the Supreme Educational Foundation Schools, Magodo Phase 2. So I have 4 speaking engagements in one day, and I will be speaking for a total of 11 hours next Saturday. Then on Sunday, I will be at Ikorodu for the Catholic Men's Organization of Nigeria. I think that is St. Monica Catholic Church, Igbogbo, for a talk with the men at Excel Event Center, Igbogbo, at 1 p.m. So next weekend, between Saturday and Sunday, I will be speaking for a total of 14 hours. God is my strength.
It's how you are consoling yourself moving into that period.
In one weekend, between Saturday and Sunday, I will be speaking for 14 hours.
And you should be sleeping for 20 then.
So for those that might want to reach out to me, my number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Please follow me on social media pages. On Facebook, I'm Olumide Omoshebi. I'm also Barrister Olumide on Facebook, and then the Gnosis Help Initiative. Gnosis is Gnosis. And this program is recorded and will be on our YouTube page, the Gnosis Help Initiative. That is GNOSIS on YouTube. By before the end of today, this program will be on our YouTube page, so you can watch again. Those that would like to avoid men and women that lie, you have to avoid them. Religion is not character, tribe is not temperament. So the first thing about this is that marriage is not a matter of religion. You should be, it is freedom, it is character. So find out about their character. That is what you will be getting married to. Again, 0909 3214 942. And yes, please, always, for those of you out there, kindly support what we do. We We do a lot, helping and rescuing victims of domestic violence and abuse, child sexual abuse. We rescue children. We have safe houses where we put them, becoming responsible for their education and all that when they are unable to return home, when the abuse is always from the house. It's a whole lot. Thank you for those who continue to say your prayers, who continue with the goodwill and support I receive from everyone. I truly am grateful. So I think we have a few minutes. We can go back to the phone.
Okay,
lines.
taking calls. Okay, that's actually excellent time management you did there. Yes. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. First of all, let me tell everybody this is fully calling from Papa. I want to say
Hopefully.
you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah.
a great job. And the most interesting thing about your program is that those who usually bring religious issues to your program, they never stop listening to your program. That is the most interesting part. Despite the fact that they disagree with your teaching, they will still continue to listen. So, Pastor, please, I want to ask this for the purpose of public consumption. Please, a woman who has married and who has given birth to 3 children, who now feel that his husband is no longer sexually active, is there a moral justification to not say because of my husband is no longer sexually active, I have to go and cheat on him? Is there any moral justification for
There's
that?
no moral justification for cheating. There is no moral justification. It's called adultery legally, and it's also called adultery religiously. There is no moral justification except repeated denial of sex, where a partner purposely denies you of sex. They are able to have sex, but they deny their spouses. It is a grounds for divorce. It is called continuous denial of sexual intercourse. So if she feels that he's no longer, then let her leave him. Separate. So we know that the marriage is not holding. Then you can now go and but you can't be married and then. Thank you. Please let's move on to another.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Robert Oknai from Iju Shaka.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Barrister Lumide.
Good morning, sir.
I'm very grateful for your good work. I'm enjoying your good work.
Thank you.
Please, sir, let me advise you. Let anybody who have here, let him learn from you. Who want to learn.
Thank you, sir.
I'm happy about I enjoy your program always. I've been listening to your program for more than 3 years now.
Wow, thank you.
Let him, he or she, want to let him learn from what you are talking.
Thank you very much.
People doesn't like the truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
I appreciate that. And you will continue to be happy, sir.
Can we get more women coming between now and the end of the show, please?
You can call as a woman.
Go ahead. Hello.
Hello, Mr. David.
Yeah.
So, is it that the female line is down?
I'm not seeing anybody calling there.
Okay, go ahead. So, good morning, sir. Good morning.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I want to say a very big thank you to you for the good work you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
The good work continue to bless you.
Amen.
I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. David.
Yeah.
You are doing well, you are doing well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yes.
You're a woman?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Barrister, thank you very much for the good work you do. I really love your show.
Thank you.
I just have a big contribution. Maybe this is for David. If you can just try as much as possible not to always interject you when you want to make a point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. David, they said your adrenaline is rushing too much.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
No, that's the female line. Let's not do that. Hello? Hey.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
At least woman don't call. Thank God. Though.
Quickly, please.
We have
All right, Barrister, good morning.
Good morning,
My name is Bibi London.
Bibi. Hey, good morning.
Well
Well done,
done,
ma.
sir.
Yes, ma.
Barrister, me, I get experience for life. I married someone that lied to me that
Quickly.
the mother, he didn't tell me that the mother gave birth to her before getting married to another person.
Okay. Out of
I
wedlock.
noticed that when we traveled to the east to do the traditional wedding,
Okay.
that night I went to their place. I'm the one that even asked him before he now
Okay.
said, he don't like telling people.
we have
family.
we have
You are getting married to me. You're supposed
we have to go. We have
Thank
to
you,
go.
Madam
Thank you.
Baby London. Thank you very much.
Yeah, she called me
We
very
are
late.
leaving.
You guys, we have to go. Thank you
We'll
very much.
continue next
Relationship
week.
360 continues next week.
More conversation, more talk, more right after
That's the
this.
entered money.